Didi here, how are we all doing? I hope you're doing well. So today I thought I'd do a really quick video on my Amaryllis. So I have my Amaryllis bulb here that I've just taken out of dormancy and I'm going to repot so that it will give me blooms. And it's a bit late. This year I didn't realise that I should have... Yes, I'm a wear phone, my battery's running out of battery. I mean, my phone's running out of battery. But yeah, I didn't realise that I should have changed the pace a little bit so that I could have taken this out of dormancy earlier and then had the blooms for Christmas, but it doesn't matter. They're gorgeous blooms regardless, and you know they're going to come after Christmas anyway. They're still going to be gorgeous and something in the winter to look at. So yeah, what I mean by a dormancy period is that I left this guy out of its soil for 8 to 12 weeks in a dark, cool room. So I've had this in dormancy I think for about 10 weeks now. I'm taking it out and I'd like to pot it up so that, again, like I said, it will bloom in 6 to 8 weeks after the time I've potted it up. And so I'm just going to do a little bit of cleanup here because there's a lot of this like old bulb material here. And I am going to... This was planted in cocoa coir. I should have taken as much of it off as I could beforehand and I didn't. And now I think it's like, it's stuck there. So yeah, I'm just going to take off all the scraggly bits. I will angle you guys down. This cocoa coir is like hard. It did have thrips as well last year, so I'm hoping that it doesn't have any thrip anymore and that they're like not living in this cocoa coir. Just removing all of this like, I don't know, papery stuff, the skin, getting as much of that off as I can just because it looks a bit ugly. So not all of it, just as much as wants to come off. You can see it still has a really good like root system going on here. So I already have the container that it was in last year and I'm just going to plant it up in soil. So you can use soil, you can use cocoa coir, or you can just have it in water. It really is up to you. I would rather a more decorative pot, to be honest, than this. I'm just going to take whatever was out in there. But I don't really have anything at the moment. Like I planted one in terracotta, but I felt like it was kind of drying out a little bit too much. So I'm just going to plant it again in the pot that it came with. I have my soil mix, which is just like my usual soil mix, which is soil, perlite and a bit of bark. And I'm just going to use that. It seemed to work really well with the other three that I have over here. So I'm just going to put a little bit in the bottom there. Oh yeah, here we go. This one's a little bit less chunky than the one I just put in there. So yeah, we're just going to do that. So I filled it about halfway. I can't see my viewfinder anymore. So yeah, I kind of filled it up to about there. And then I'm going to see how far this sits in. Nope. Alright, need to take some soil out. I think I might need a bit of a bigger container, to be honest. So I actually might have to go for a terracotta because... Oh god, I hate cocoa coir when it gets like super dry. You cannot do anything with it, and I don't want to break these roots because, you know, they're gorgeous roots and they just need a nice rehydration. Okay, so I've managed to remove quite a lot of the cocoa coir, you guys can see. And it seems to be sitting really nicely into the pot. So I am just gonna... This stuff is like bark, like when it dries, the roots, like, they are attached into this stuff. Okay, so this is where we're at. And this is how much kind of soil I have. So it's a lot lower than it was, but this sits quite nicely now in here. So I am just going to gently place this in here. I feel like I need a bigger pot. Hang on, I feel like this just isn't going to work. So, alright, it's going to go into kind of like a terracotta concrete. Is this broken or is that just scratched? No, it's just scratched. Into this one because just I think it'll be a nicer fit, I think. Making a mess! Okay. So again, we're just going to put the stuff in the bottom. Oh, this, yeah, see, this fits just way more like snug. It just looks a bit nicer. So again, just going to put this in like that, and then we're going to backfill around it. And again, like I said, we're not going to cover the bulb entirely. We are just going to plant it about 3/4 of the way up. Try and get all these... Oh, where the hell do you come from? Little random peperomia leaf. Okay, and then a little bit more around this side. make sure that you know, get down up in there into these roots this side. I just made a mess. I just chucked it all across the side there. That's alright, that's alright. Just gotta get out the hoover, just gotta get out the hoover. Oh god. I don't know how people don't make a mess when they're like repotting things anyway. I just seem to always make a huge mess. So, alright, now I'm just gonna also give this a little shake because you know you want to get it into all those little crannies. I think I could go a little bit more actually. I'm just gonna put it on one side and then spread it around to that side like this. So I think we're good here. Again, give it a little bit of a shake. Try and get all up in there. Gonna give it just a little bit of a poke, just to make sure that, you know, there's no air pockets because we don't want any of those. Okay, and there we go. So as you can see, I have not covered the bulb at all. I've like left quite a bit of bulb uncovered because that's what you want to do with Amaryllis. Like, it's your judgment. Obviously you just don't want to get anywhere close to this this like stem. You don't want anything to get in there. No water, no soil, because that can cause crown rot and then that will cause the bulb to rot. So you know, you want to be careful. Ideally you'd also want to have it with a drain hole. This obviously the ones that come don't have a drain hole, so you want to be cautious if it doesn't have a drain hole how much you water. So I am just going to give this a little bit of a drink, not a lot, just, you know, give it a little bit, get those roots going. I don't know if anything's going to come out. You know, we want to hydrate those roots. Hey root, you're poking out. I can see your roots poking out. We don't want that, so I'm just going to cover that up. Alright, so I'm not going to water this until water comes out of the bottom because you don't want to water them until you're actively seeing growth. And so what I'm going to do now is just leave this in a nice sunny area and just wait for it to start growing. Now you can get these to grow faster if you have a warmer place, so you could put this like on a heat mat if you have a heat mat, and that will, you know, speed up the growth of Amaryllis. They do like warm temperatures. I've never done that before. I'm one of those, I like to wait, so I will wait probably, you know, the 6 to 8 weeks that it will take to bloom. So I probably won't have blooms until what, end of January maybe ish. Sorry, yes, I am just like picking it. And then after your Amaryllis is done blooming, you can throw it out if you want to. I know a lot of people do. I don't. I keep mine as a house plant. So they have these like big green strappy leaves, and I just treat it like a house plant. In the summer I put mine outside last year, so this one actually, I know my head's cut off, sorry guys. You just want to treat it like a house plant, and then in the summer or you know, when temperatures, after the risk of any frost has gone, stick this outside in a kind of somewhere where it can get morning sun but not afternoon sun, because they can scorch unless you keep them very well hydrated. And I struggled with that a little bit this summer because I completely forgot about it, to be honest. I had so many other things going on, but it did really well and it survived, and I brought it in and then I put it into its dormancy period. So yeah, that's pretty much it now. So I'm just gonna leave it. I need to find a space for it, which is going to be a struggle because I've had to rearrange all my plants. But yeah, that is just a really quick kind of repot kind of little guide on Amaryllis. And let me know, do you guys like Amaryllis? Have you planted Amaryllis bulbs before? If you have, what are your favourite varieties? There are so many. I don't know the exact name of this one, but I know it's just like a pure, like, you know, like a Christmas red flower, which it would have been nice to have this year. But you know, that's learning for next year. I can learn to adjust the dormancy period so that I could then have it to bloom for Christmas next year. I know that with all the other ones that I have now as well. So I'll insert in case you guys haven't seen my other Amaryllis video. And yeah, that's it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you would like to subscribe, you're more than welcome to. Thank you guys for watching if you've made it to the end. And yeah, have a great day or night wherever you are in the world, and I'll catch you guys soon with another one. Bye!